You've moved out of your apartment and now you're in your first new home. One of the things you should probably do, or really all the adults that live in the house should do, is find and become familiar with the electrical operations of the home. First off, it's good to find the main panel, the electrical panel that comes into the house. A couple of ways you can do this is you can go outside and look, and if you have overhead wires, look to the point where those wires come into the building and follow the conduit to the location in the building where the panel is. If it's underground, you can call DigSafe and they'll come out for free and mark the underground conduit leading from the edge of your property into your building. So a couple ways you can find that. Next, when you open up the breaker panel, it's good to become familiar with the items that are in there. These are all different circuits that are located on the panel throughout the house. We have one here for the water heater, garage panels, living room heat, air conditioning compressor, etc., bathroom, kitchen. Different circuits exist to power your house. So if you're having trouble with either an outlet that doesn't work or a light switch that doesn't work, this is probably the first place to come check and make sure that all of your breakers are turned on. And if you find that some of them aren't, this could be the issue. There may be a reason why they're off. There's been some electrical conflict and the breaker has shut off to maintain the safety of the building. So take a look at that. But it could be that the previous owners just shut off a circuit for some reason and it didn't get turned back on. So once you've kind of worked through that, and I do advise anyone that's not familiar with electrical, you really should have a licensed contractor come in and do any work for you. But the purpose of this discussion is really to have you understand a little bit about what's going on. And then if you need service, you're better able to communicate to an outside contractor. I also advise everyone to make sure you follow your local building codes, electrical codes, because they're all there for your safety and the safety of your family. So let's say that you checked all these breakers and they all look good and you're still having an issue. It could be with what is called a ground fault circuit or GFCI. There's one shown here and you can see there's a little test and reset buttons on there. You're probably wondering, why would I ever want to test and reset any of my outlets in the house? So you can go to HD or Lowe's or someplace and get a little test circuit, and it shows you this particular circuit is working fine. The two lights indicate that everything has been installed properly and the wiring's correct. But it is recommended to periodically come test these ground fault circuit GFCI circuits. And what they're for is for any locations that have any moisture. So garages, basements, kitchens, bathrooms, outdoor outlets, they all should have a GFCI on the circuit. So every circuit really only needs one. It should be the outlet closest to the junction box for that particular circuit. This particular one is in the garage and it's closest to the junction box here from a wiring perspective. So like I said, this one is running fine. And what you want to do next is to just check it out and make sure it works. So you can do the test and reset. You notice when I do that, the light goes off when I'm testing and shutting it off and resetting. It's also showing that on the circuit that tester that I got from Home Depot. There's also a convenient button on here if you want to do it that way without pressing the buttons on the circuit itself. You can shut it off and you can see that it is working well and turn it back on. So it's very important that these are working properly. Again, you should check these once in a while and make sure that they're working. They do wear out, so occasionally they may need to be replaced. They've been doing GFCI circuits for probably almost 50 years now, so there may be some homes that have some old ones that do need replacing. So something to look into. But make sure you have these working functionally, because if there's any water and any electrical issues, you're going to really need this to make sure that you're protected and safe from any sort of shock or electrocution. So that's a good start. We'll pick this up in later later videos. Thanks.